Howdy, folks! My name is Rees, and welcome to the first official episode of our brand new Minecraft series. This is Sky Factory 4, but instead of using the default Sky Factory Sky Block option, because why would you do that? Sky Factory 4 has so many world type options, we decided to go with Vanilla Amplified, which is pretty much just an amplified vanilla world, but with absolutely no ore generation, so that will be fun. We did have an episode 0, setting things up, but this is the first official episode. We're going to start going through our achievement book here, making all kinds of trees, and I realize we do have pretty easy access to things like dirt and sand and stone, but we're not going to skip over anything. We're going to go through the book pretty much in order, and the reason for that is I'm actually planning to do a more tutorial side series, kind of guiding people through at least this first chapter of achievements, because the tutorials always do really well, and I think that they're really beneficial for people. So after we kind of get through this, after we work through this in this series, we are going to record that. Of course, we did this all in a live stream, but if you've watched those videos, they were very disjointed, very slow-paced. Speaking of slow-paced, we've been recording for like, what, a minute now, and I haven't actually got anything done? Let's say hello to our fellow Sky Factorians, factory workers, our fellow residents here. Of course, we have Lucky Lou. How you doing, Lucky Lou? Hello, Rees Crafts. We are making great progress with the new city. Lucky Lou is obsessed with building towns and cities and things. Has been ever since Septech ages. Glad to have him here, though, and he has built a very long staircase down to the water for some reason. I'm assuming he knows what he's doing. Haley Kitts, of course, Lucky Lou's brother, or maybe Lucky Lou is Haley Kitts' sister. Wait, I've got those switched. Well, you know what I mean. They're related. How you doing, Haley Kitts? Hey, hello, Rees Crafts. Did you see that someone new arrived? I did. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. We've got a Mayameka, and that is a bold fashion choice. What do we got? We got boots. We've got flowers in there. Oh, you know what? I get it. A Mayameka's alternative username, the alt account, is Country Rocks. So we've got like a little country thing going on. I like it. Looks solid. How you doing, Mayameka? Hey, Rees Crafts, glad I was finally able to find y'all. I'm glad you were able to find us as well. Welcome to our fun desert hideout, complete with bats for some reason we don't know why. I think they flew out of that cave that I was in, which, speaking of which, it's gone. How do we get in there? We don't, I guess. I guess we just don't. Okay, well, it looks like he's trying to build a wall here, Lucky Lou, so we should probably take the contents of this chest out, and maybe also take the chest with us, because it could be beneficial. I was sort of excited when I saw this. Lucky Lou told me in the previous episode that... Hold on. Okay, I thought auto jump was on for a second. I was like, wait, no, get out of here. Horrible. When I saw this, I thought it was a starter chest. It might have some useful tools in it, but no, it just has everything you normally get when you start a Sky Factory world, but also an oak sapling. Because if you started in the sky, you would spawn on a block of dirt on top of an oak tree. So it's nice that that was included. I guess Lucky Lou put that in there. Can we grow an oak tree here? We're just going to start off like this is just a regular Skyblock series. We're going to put that oak tree down. We're going to start spamming the shift button until this tree decides to grow. I think that this consumes hunger when you do this. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure if you harvest it, it can... Wait a second. My gosh. I planted this last episode. It grew stupidly fast. Well, maybe this is because of that fresh air and sunlight and everything. It seems to be perpetually noon in this desert hellscape we found ourselves in. Why won't the tree grow, though? That's problematic. Do you think it's because of where we have it? Do we need to get it to where it doesn't have any obstructions on the sides? Or do you think it's because we're in a desert and there's no moisture and it's nothing but heat, miserable? And okay, here we go. The desert seems to go on in all directions. Just on and on and on. There we go. If the tree cannot grow here, the tree cannot grow anywhere. You can also, I think, jump. You can sprint. Anything that exerts physical activity should get the tree to grow, but it's not. And the reason... Now, there it goes. Thank gosh. I think we can punch it. I don't think we have to be holding anything, except you do need to hold down the grave key, and you'll be able to break the whole thing down in one go, which is convenient. Those leaves are going to start deteriorating. Let's see if we can work fast before that happens, though, to build ourselves a crafting table. Crafting station, and then I think you can use the crafting station if you type U there for uses. Oh my gosh, there's a lot you can craft. I was going to try to find the slab. I'm pretty sure there's a crafting slab that you can manufacture, and it's just a stick with a crafting station. So if you want to save a bunch of space, you can do that. I'm not going to use, well, yeah, let's just use the builder's wand. It's not a real builder's wand, is it? It never is in these packs. They're always like, oh, here's the builder's wand, but it's just a stick. It's like a funny troll. There we go. Crafting station slab. We can have 2 of them. The great thing about the crafting station and the slabs is you can leave the items in there, you can walk away, and they're not going to go anywhere, which is fantastic. But we don't need to make whatever that was going to make. What we need to make is a crook so that we can take down all the leaves. Again, hold down the grave key. It's below escape and above tab. Hold that down and whack that. It's going to break all of these in one go. And the reason you want to do this with a crook is because it gives you more sapling drops. I think it increases the likelihood of apple drops, depending on the tree you're using, and it's the only way to get silkworms, which is what we want to get string. I'm going to grow another one of these. We're going to need more dirt, and we could go dig underground to get more dirt, but let's see what we can get here. What did that get us? More saplings. We're not getting any of the stuff I'm normally used to getting here. It is possible, and maybe I just forgot this from the time we did the live streams. Maybe we don't get string like this. Maybe everything is different now because it's Sky Factory 4 and everything is different now. In previous flavors of Sky Factory, you know, the previous, Sky Factory 2, 2.5, 3, they all had, you know, very similar themes. You sift some stuff, you get some pebbles, you know, it all worked the same, and now everything is different. We're not getting string. I'm not going to worry about that. One thing I do like is that we can repair this crook with just a piece of wood and keep using it kind of forever, which is useful. Don't have to waste resources building another one. That's an interesting ledge up there. We could plant trees up there if we wanted to. All right, so we've grown a pretty good stack of wood now to work with here. We're doing good. Let's go ahead and take a look at our advancement book. It wants us to acquire a dirt sapling. We spawned with one, so we can go ahead and just plant that bad boy and let it start growing. And when I say I spawned with one, you normally spawn with one. I found mine in a chest. Lucky Lou put it in there for me, but normally you'll spawn with one. Once we get that, we can move on down the line to get a petrified sapling, bone sapling, clay sapling, cottonwood. That's how we get string. That's right. You folks were about to angrily comment. Well, something we're going to need pretty soon is the old air fryer. So this is a Tinker's Construct drying rack, an object that I manufacture incorrectly every time I try to manufacture it. But I think it's slabs all in a row, drying rack. Someone tell my mama I got it right on the first time. And the reason we're going to do that is because we have to have it to get a petrified sapling. So the petrified sapling, if we type that in here, it'll come up, is going to require that we get some petrified acorns around a dirt sapling. In order to get the petrified acorns, you gotta get yourself some regular acorns on a drying rack. We really need a house to build all of this in. I guess that's what Lucky Lou and Haley are working on down there, and maybe a Make. I'm not sure if anyone has like specific roles, but we can build out here in the open. Like I said, it's always noon. So, no reason not to. I haven't seen any monsters. I've heard a few when I've gotten close to the walls, like in the caves and the scary darkness. Now we need to work on the dirt sapling, building that thing up. You know, I guess we could, if we were intelligent, build an axe and use that to cut down the wood. That would be a lot faster. So we'll crook the leaves, cut down the wood. We might have to do this a few times before we have enough of everything we need to continue on. Did we figure out how to make dirt yet? Was that a thing? Because again, I can just go dig some up, but what's the official method? Oh, of course, dirt resin, dirt acorns, both things you get from planting and growing and trees and whatnot. Let's play legit for a bit. Eventually, we'll start using the resources available to us, and I'm not going to say that's cheating in any way, because again, Sky Factory 4, one of the great things about it is it does have a plethora of different options for you to choose from when you set up your world type. It's not like I just loaded up a regular amplified world and was like, it's Sky Factory, guys! No, this is one of the legitimate options. But, okay, so we want to make some dirt. That's our recipe. Resin, dirt acorns, put them together, get yourself some dirt. I'm only going to make one, because we can just go mine up some more if we want to. I guess we need to keep this one pretty elevated as well. Or at least elevated enough that things will actually... We want to put it close to where we're at, too. Let's do this. Let's build ourselves a shovel. We're burning through this wood that we got early on. We'll make a shovel, and we will dig up some of this sand, and we're just going to make a straight line, and we will put our dirt on top of that. I want to keep the trees far enough apart that they won't interfere with one another, but close enough that hopefully when I am twerking like a madman, we can grow more than one tree at a time. That would be useful. So what, maybe Maybe 3 blocks in the middle should do it, I would think. Normally I go 4 or 5, but that seems like it'll be good enough. We'll find out. So we'll throw down a couple more dirt saplings. And then we're going to take a couple of our dirt acorns that we've got left over, hang those up, and it should show us progress up there. Top dead center is at 9%. So once that is done, we will have some petrified acorns. What else does the book want us to work on while we're doing that? Cook any acorn in a furnace to increase their nutrition value. Right, so for that we're going to need cobblestone. Now you might have noticed I had cobblestone typed in here before because I wasn't sure how to get it without just going and mining it. You know, if we were in a sky block, a traditional sky block, what would we do? Well, we would get the petrified resin, the petrified acorns. So we'll wait till we get those. We'll go through all of this as though we're stuck in the sky. That should be fun. And then what else? Craft a gravel sapling. Okay. Petrified, bone, clay. This one right here. Craft a rustic crushing tub. That's something we're going to need. I've already forgotten how to empty one of these, though. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't think we have to type that in there. I think just crushing tub ought to do it. And if I spell it correctly, it'll come right up there. We're going to need planks and slabs. Things that we have access to. Thank goodness. So there we go. Pull up the recipe. And we've got ourselves a crushing tub. The crushing tub is really useful. Hover over it, press U. It'll show you what you can do. So we can put olives in there and get olive oil. We can put sugarcane in there and get water. So if you have access to sugarcane, but not water for some reason, there you go. There's 33 different pages of information here. But what we're looking for is, let's see, water from the various saplings. There's ways to do other things in it that are not being listed here for some reason. Okay, here we go, page 15. Petrified acorn, put it in there, you'll get a bit of sap, you'll get a gravel acorn. You put a gravel acorn in there, bit of sap, get a sand acorn. Put a bit of dirt in there, get a bit of bone meal. How cool is that? And then everything else just seems to give you sugarcane seeds if these recipes are accurate, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but there we go. We've got our crushing tub for later. Might be beneficial to make 2. Alright, so good news. Both of our petrified acorns are ready to go. So once we grow those, we'll have one of these completed. Neither of these trees grew naturally by themselves while I was just standing here, so I'm going to start spam shift-clicking, get at least one of them to grow, we'll harvest it, and then we will plant the petrified acorn in its place. Do you think they're too close to one another, and that's why this isn't working? Oh, what? What have I done? I think I pressed maybe Z by accident? What? Excavate? What is that all about? No idea. I've got no idea what that was. Okay, we're moving this dirt further away. And in fact, let's just go ahead and plant the petrified acorn in there if we can. What? Oh, wait a minute. You can't plant an acorn. Silly. You gotta put it around a dirt sapling. Oh, right. I'm dumb. We'll need more of these. Good way to speed that up is going to be using even more drying racks. There we go. So we've already got 2 of them. I think we need 8 total. So we'll just have to keep harvesting the trees until we get enough. And place our one and only torch kind of right here for no particular reason. It's not going to benefit us any. It's not as though we're going to wander off and get lost. There's no real reason to explore an endless desert when you think about it. Okay, so we've got enough now. That should be 8. I'm going to put the rest of these up here, though, so that we can use the petrified acorns we get from that to make gravel acorns. Speaking of petrified acorns, though, take a dirt sapling, surround that with said acorns, get ourselves a petrified sapling. Look at that. We're making excellent progress here today. And that's sort of what you want to do. You really want to push through this entire advancement tree as quickly as possible, because that's going to give you access to trees that will automatically grow diamonds. For crying out loud, gold, silver, all of these other things. There's a ton of different saplings you can make. And eventually, somewhere along the lines, we'll get access to iron, which means we can make hopping bonsais, which will harvest the trees for us. You can make regular bonsai pots pretty early on, as soon as you get access to clay, but you have to manually harvest those, and you don't get as many resources as if you just grew the tree and harvested it yourself, so I think you're probably better off just waiting for the hopping bonsais. But let's see if we can get this petrified sapling to grow. And I'm starting to get hungry. I'm going to eat my donut, and then I'm going to have my bacon on hand just in case. Can I cook that bacon up? We need to get food somehow. We need some sort of... What is that? Oh, gosh. Okay, nobody panic. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to take care of this. I got this. This is clearly some sort of... Oh. Is it dark now? Is this stormy weather? Is this what happens in the desert when the rain comes? Hi there, you! I come in peace to kill you. Oh, snot! Yep, this is how we die. It's a blitz, everyone. That's what it is. Good grief. Don't worry, I will protect my patron supporters. That's what I do. Come on, come over here and attack me on the other side of this wall. Don't get up too high. I can't hit you if you get up that high. I just now realized that we're surrounded by rabbits. Come on, you. Okay, we're gonna kill it. We've got it. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it. Okay. All's well as ends well. I guess that's what this is, though. I guess this is stormy weather, which is why... Oh, no. Horrible things are spawning. Oh, my whole life just got complicated. Things were going so well. Get out of here. This is a husk. Right, so it's like a zombie, but what, drier, I guess? Is that the definition of a husk? If we want to keep things from spawning in our direct vicinity... Oh, gosh. We do have... mob damage is enabled, so... We want to be careful. If he's gonna blow, let's at least get him away from our stuff before he does, or within the vicinity of that husk. I'll take that trade-off, whichever. We need a better sword. We need to build a better sword. We need to get access to iron very quickly. Okay, husks. They're just dry zombies. They're easy enough to deal with. We're getting some good supplies out of this. We're getting some rotten flesh. And if our acorns are done, remember I was talking about needing food, well, now we can make ourselves some jerky, hopefully. Depends on how long that's going to take. Well, no matter how long it's going to take, it is going to eventually produce jerky. Got to keep an eye on him. He's a bubbly creeper. He looks really happy about things. There's another blitz up there. We definitely need someplace safe to do all of this in. But for now, let's go ahead and cut down our petrified tree. Our wooden crook is already damaged. Needs to be repaired. There we are. So, crook the leaves. Excellent. So that's going to give us things like... more petrified acorns. It's going to give us things like resin, saplings. That creeper's headed over here. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. We're going to take this petrified acorn. We're going to put it inside of this tub. And did we put all 10 of them in there? That's not really what I wanted to do. Let's just do maybe 2 of them. We'll hold on to the other 8. So we'll put 2 of them in there. And when we jump on them, they will get converted into gravel acorns. Now, I said let's just do 2. But what I meant to do was hold on to 2. Because we're going to need 8 of these to create a gravel sapling. So... just keep jumping on it, and keeping my eyes peeled on all of the horrible, terrible monsters that are around me. Life is unpleasant. Life is very unpleasant right now. Gravel acorns, and if we surround something with those, looks like a petrified sapling. Do we have any to spare? We do. We have 9 of the darn things. Good. We can make the next level up sapling, which is the gravel sapling, which is going to get us another achievement. And we will plant that one over here. And we'll plant possibly another petrified sapling over here. There we go. All is good. Next up, I kind of want to complete this first block this episode if possible. I don't want the episode to run too long, mind you. But things are getting dangerous. There's bubbly creepers everywhere. There's blitzes. Yeah, we definitely need some sort of security force around here. Maybe the next patron supporter that shows up will be a security team. This guy. Oh, no, he's got it in for me. I think we determined already we couldn't make wooden armor. Well, there's some wooden boots. Get out of here, Shoo. Stay back. Get away from me. I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to live my life peacefully. I will eat your flesh, though. Maybe that does make me the bad guy. What did I see back there? Wooden boots core? What does that mean? I guess that means we can't wear it, but that's from something called... what, material added by Tinker's Construct? That's odd. Is that what that is? Okay, some of these are not showing the mods that they're from. That's not normal. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of creepers now. Some of them aren't bubbly, some of them are explosive. Right, staying focused though, staying focused. Let's get these trees grown. Who is that over there, and do they pose a threat to me? These are the questions that haunt me. For some reason, I can't get both trees to grow. I even separated them out further. Maybe they need to be separated even further. But for now, let's get these petrified logs. Why aren't they bothering my patrons? I mean, I don't want them to. I don't want them to attack my patron supporters, but why aren't they? They're just hanging out over there with them. Oh. 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 Wow. Wow. Get out. Get out. These are not the worst. If these blow up, the worst that's going to happen is, well, this. You're going to go get... Oh! Ooh! Okay, no, it's fine. It's just another floaty one. Oh, this is just like a little minor trip is all. I'm okay with that. I can handle that. It's a bit inconvenient, but it's not detrimental, you know? Alright, so I've been working a lot on harvesting the petrified resin and seeds, or I'm sorry, acorns, so that we could create a cobblestone. And what's the maximum number of those we can create with what we have in our inventory right now? 4. Okay, that's not a lot. Let's go ahead and grab the 1, just so we can say that we did it. And then maybe let's just go over here and mine some up, because... you know, we can do that. Again, it's not cheating, everyone. I don't need to justify this to you. It's an option in the launcher. It's... leave me alone. We're going to get just enough to create a furnace, and maybe just a little bit more so that we can create a better sword, since apparently we're in the fight for our lives up here. Furnace, though. Full circle. Great. And then do you combine that with a stick to... oh, no, you can just get the slab like that. Now, here's what I'll say about the slab furnace. It's great if you want to take what limited resources you have and, you know, split them between 2 furnaces. But I should warn you, the slab furnace can only hold up to a stack of 32 because it is half of a furnace. So 32 fuel, 32 of whatever it is you're smelting. It is a limitation to keep in mind. We're going to make a regular furnace because at any time we can just, you know, turn it into a slab furnace if we want to. And then I think we need to move a little bit closer to where they are, because... I feel like it'd be safer if we stayed closer together, you know? Safety in numbers and all of that. The problem is there's not enough room over there for all these trees. I'm going to have to talk to Lucky Lou about that. Maybe he can build me a tree growing area that is safe for monsters. What would you call that? A grove? Probably a grove. I collected all of our monster jerky just then, didn't draw any attention to it. But we've got it now, so we have some small bit of sustenance. So as long as husks keep showing up, which they shouldn't, because now it's beautiful and sunshiny outside, which is fabulous. Get out of here, creeper. You need to go. I'm not playing your games today. I don't want my stuff blown up. I don't want me blown up. I don't want my friends blown up. Just get out of here. Good grief. I guess something we could try to make is an apple sapling, because that is a thing. I know what you're thinking, Reese. That's just a regular... it's just a regular oak sapling, but no, there is an apple sapling. And I can't remember how you get the apple sapling. I seem to remember involving apple seed? Crushing? Oh, you get an apple, and then you crush it to get the apple seeds. We don't have any apples, but perhaps we could get some by cutting down regular trees. I mean, it's not like we've got anything we're supposed to be focusing on right now, you know? It's not as though we have... actual objectives that aren't related to apple trees. Isn't apple tree one of the objectives, though? It might be. I don't see it on here. It's one of my objectives now, because I thought about it and decided that we're going to try to do it. But dadgummit, this thing just won't drop any apples. There we go, finally! Got ourselves an apple. It only took, 2 trees. So put that inside of here, hop on it, get yourself some apple seeds. I think we can just plant these directly. And I don't know if we can twerk for this. It might need bone meal, it might need time. So we might just have to leave that one be for now, which suits me just fine, although we are getting hungry. So should we go ahead? We've already eaten our donut. Should we eat our bacon? Nothing says nutritious meal like bacon donuts. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. I've always wanted to try one of those donut burgers, where it's just 2 donuts and then a burger patty and cheese in the middle. I know it sounds horrible, but... I like horrible things. Cook any acorns in a furnace. We made a furnace for a reason. We're going to cook up an acorn so we can complete that quest. So let's get a bit of fuel in there. What do we want to use? Just our... this isn't really a builder's wand. It's just a stick. Let's use the stick. Let's put the stick in there. And then we've used up all of our dirt acorns. So we'll have to grow a new one, which will be pretty quick. As soon as this thing grows, though, we are going to have to repair our crook, because we are completely out of crook. But I don't believe you get the acorns from the leaves, do you? Don't you get them from the wood? Let's find out. Let's break the thing, and... no, that seems to be where you get resin from, though, so maybe acorns do come from the leaves. Maybe it's true what they say. Devils don't come from the ground beneath us. They come from the trees. That was a famous line in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Acorns. Got ourselves an acorn. Got ourselves a stick. Oh my gosh, it's a big race, though. I don't think it's going to make it. Oh, no. Wow, okay, so it's going to take maybe 2 sticks or a single plank to cook this thing up. Got that, though. Do I have to eat it as part of the achievement? It doesn't look like it. Good, let's move on to either clay Aiken or bone sapling. Which one do we want to go with? Let's check out what's going to be needed. So we got bone sapling with the P, over here, which is going to require bone meal. And we previously learned that we could get bone meal by crushing dirt. So that doesn't seem too hard. If you're wondering what purpose the crook serves now, since you can't get worms out of trees, I would wager it probably still does increase the drop rate of things. I can't say that for sure, but I don't know why else it would be in the pack if it didn't, so that's what I am personally leaning towards. But it's always possible that I'm wrong. Oh, look, the apple seed is starting to grow up a bit. That's great. Oh, good. I've spent a lot of time harvesting materials to make, there we go, the 8 dirt necessary for this. And if you're wondering why I didn't just go dig up some dirt, believe me, I thought about it. I just couldn't find any. So dirt in there, and when we crush it, I wonder, yeah, there we go, it's going to work just fine. I was wondering if we might have issues with the sap in there. I think we do need the sap for something later, but we are going to be crushing more things. If you right-click it with an empty hand, I believe it vanishes all the sap into non-existence. So there's an option for you. But now we need to take all of this and put it around. I wonder is it a gravel sapling? I wasn't paying enough attention to notice, but it's not a gravel sapling. Is it a petrified sapling? Oh, it is. That gives us a bone sapling. Good. So we'll plant that. Good. Apple sapling. We can start getting some apples. We need more dirt pieces is what we need, because we're running out of places to plant these things. Next up, and finally, clay Aiken. So to get a clay sapling, we're going to need clay. I'm just guessing. I don't know that for a fact, but yes, indeed you do. There's an alternative recipe down here, though. We use petrified resin, and a dirt sapling, and you can do it like that. Because there's no other way to get a clay acorn, I'm glad that recipe exists, and we probably have everything we need for it right now in our inventory. So there we go. We've got a clay sapling. I can plant that too. And that brings us to the end of the first chunk of this first chapter. I want to throw out there that we've also completed sticky keys, collect 8 dirt saplings and 8 oak logs. Stop slabbing yourself. So that's good. Captain Hook on the rocks, craft a cobblestone block. Cool. So we can go through here and do all the rest of these at some point. What is this? Collect rainwater in a cauldron or by jumping on saplings in a crushing tub. Collect it using a clay bucket or iron bucket. Well, we have access to clay now. I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. We've made some excellent progress. We've made some excellent starting progress in Sky Factory 4 on the ground, not in the sky. And I think next episode, I'm going to try to transition a little bit closer to those folks. Maybe they can offer me some sanctuary or something. Hey, until next time, hope you folks enjoyed this. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!